I prefer it this way. Are all of you okay with this? Or do you want me to hold the mic? Okay, fine. Chalo. Hello. Okay, too loud. Too loud. Okay. Alright, I actually am uncomfortable with this thing. It's okay if I take this off? Yeah. Right. So good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
How are we? Very few of you are fine. सर सुबह सुबह बुला के बैठा दिया, पूछो क्या हो रही है। एक तो गर्मी है, अच्छा खासा घर जा रहे थे, है ना? करियर गाइडेंस के नाम पे यहाँ पे बैठा दिया। How many of you have attended a career guidance before? How many of you have attended? Is it okay if I speak in English? Raise your hands who don't want it to be in English. Okay, there's only one person. Okay. Right, okay. Number two, okay, fine. I'm telling you, I'm going to speak in Konkani. And you're going to get into serious trouble. And you please understand that I'm a South Indian, I'm a Malayali. If I start speaking Konkani, just bear it in mind. Okay? Alright, so I would prefer either English or Hindi and a mix of both these, right? All of you are okay with it? At the back there. Fine. Right. Can I get a response from all of you? How many of you have really chosen some career for yourself? Anybody? Okay, fantastic. Nobody. How many of you are here confused कि सर आगे पता नहीं क्या करना है, देखेंगे जब 12वीं का रिजल्ट आएगा तब देखेंगे? How many are there like that? Honestly, please raise your hand. Yeah, good, very nice, very nice. Others are trying to be a bit dishonest. Okay, all right. So either you have decided, or you are confused, or you have not decided. Sir, जो होगी देखी जाएगी, पापा जहाँ पे पहुँचा देंगे वहाँ चले जाएंगे. And there will be another group here, especially this side, who will think, नहीं पापा शादी करवा देंगे फिर देखेंगे क्या. All right. So anyways, either way you're right, but it is essential that you need to decide something for yourself. I'll tell you what is the reason for that. I prefer to use some examples. I gave the same example last time when I came here to speak to the 10th standard students. By the way, just to give you a brief introduction, I am a retired flight engineer from the Indian Navy. I used to fly Illusions 38 aircraft. I have about 850 hours of flying on IL-38 aircraft by day and night. 12 years I worked in that aircraft in the maintenance crew. So my entire life has been in the aviation industry for almost 16 years. After that, I have been teaching physics and chemistry for now 32 years now. I have taught with major schools around. I was with Aryan Mushrifan for almost about 7 years. I'm still teaching there over there on Sundays as visiting lecturer there. Right, I have classes at different places in Pichol and Margaon, etc. So that's basically my job, and I love teaching. It's my passion. So how is it going to be different from love, passion and like? I'll explain to you as we proceed. But before I proceed ahead, I wanted to tell you this small story as to why choosing a career is important and why you need to start thinking about it. I had one of my cousins, and most of the examples which I'm giving you are from my personal experience, from my life experience. I had one of my relatives, a young boy like you, just passed his 10th standard, finished his 11th and 12th with not so good, but good marks, okay. So he one day called up my brother, and my brother is working in the US, he is in one of the leading computer firms in Oracle software. He asked him, Uncle, what profession do you think I should take up in life? And my brother advised him, maybe you could choose chemical engineering as a profession, right? And he said, no, but you are a computer engineer. He said, yeah, because I'm a computer engineer, I can tell you that you choose chemical engineering because that is going to be in great demand. And this boy, he took a piece of advice. He immediately filled up the forms, got into an engineering college where he did chemical engineering for 4.5 years. And the day he got his convocation and his certificate was there, he called up my brother and asked him, Uncle, I am ready now with the certificate. Please tell me where should I apply for the job. He said, what certificate? Said, you told me to do chemical engineering. I did BE chemical engineering. Here it is, certificate. Please tell me where should I apply? He said, no, there is no demand for chemical engineers now. That was that time, 5 years back. Now computer engineers are better. Now where do you think this boy is going to go? He was frustrated. He didn't know anything about computer engineering. He was having a certificate of chemical engineering which he was not interested in. Right? And ultimately he got a job with Dr. Fixit company, that waterproof color company. What that company did was, instead of putting him to the research or development or manufacturing plant, they put him into sales. बोला तुम डॉक्टर फिक्सिट का डब्बा लो और सिविल इंजीनियर्स को बेचना शुरू करो. So he was doing a salesman job after doing his engineering. Worst case, he had to explain people how to use Dr. Fixit. He got fixed ultimately. So he knew, he understood, he could not do that business. Reason? He never ever thought about this as a profession. He took up somebody's advice, went ahead with it, 4.5 years down the drain, lost 3 to 4 lakh rupees. Now he did a business trying to sell Dr. Fixit. He fixed there also. He flopped miserably. He lost another 3-4 lakh rupees. His father gave him a good kick on his back and threw him out of the house. And I'm telling you the facts. Actually what happened. His father gave him a kick on his back and told him, get out of the house. Don't come back till you start earning your money. Now this boy was out on the streets. His mother was crying in the house. And his father told her, if you bring him back home, I'm going to throw you also out along with you. Now this boy had no choice. 2 days, I am telling you facts, 2 days, this boy was roaming around the streets hungry. On the 3rd day, he landed up in his grandfather's house. Right? Where he got something to eat. But grandfather also told him, you will be out in a few days' time from here because your father is going to come here. Now this boy had no choice. With whatever little money he had, he joined a computer course. Right? 6 months computer course. Now this 6 months computer course, there were over 20 people along with him doing the same course in the same class. Right? 19 of them did not get a job. He was the 20th person. He got a job and today's day he is earning about 2.5 lakh rupees a month. Working for Ford. Right? Now Volkswagen. Right? He is having his own car which is company given. He has got a bungalow in which he is staying which is company given. And he is enjoying his life not from chemical engineering but from computer science which he studied in that 6 months. Now the point to be noted, this story has a lot to give you. A lot to give you. Why was he successful while 19 of them failed? The reason for his success was the hunger which he experienced for 2 days. पेट के अंदर जो भूख था उसको पता चला कि भूख का कीमत क्या होता है, एक एक रुपए का कीमत क्या होता है. He realized that. Because of that, he studied every bit of those 6 months course which he had done. Whereas the 19 others were there only because somebody else told them to be there. Like he did his 4.5 years. Therefore, you need to find your passion. I'll give you another interesting example, my own personal experience. You must have all heard about Life Insurance Corporation, yes or no? LIC. Suna is this subject? Have you heard about insurance? Yes. I had appeared for the entrance exam for being an LIC agent. And this exam conducted by IRD, Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India. I appeared for that entrance exam and I stood topper in Panjim region. I was first in that course. Right? But interestingly, I did not make a single customer other than myself. Nobody purchased insurance from me. Whereas I was thinking I knew everything about insurance. You ask me today, every single policy, every single reason for starting a policy, how the policy functions, the history of insurance, everything I can tell you at the tip of my fingers. But I could not make a single customer. There was another person, actually he was my motivation. That person retired along with me from the Indian Navy. This person was making in lakhs per month. Everywhere he used to go to a customer's house, he used to get his policy done. And then I kept on thinking, yaar, ye aadmi, how is he so successful? Jabki I am the topper and I am not a single customer is coming to me. If I go to their house, they throw me out of the house. That was the situation. Some students who were studying with me, their parents took out their children from my classes, saying that यार इसके पास जाना नहीं है, कभी वो इंश्योरेंस बेचने के लिए आ जाएगा वो. That was the state of affairs. Then I tried to dig out कि हुआ क्या था. What happened was that man, when he retired from the Navy, he received a lot of money with him. He went and invested that money somewhere, almost 16 lakh rupees. I'm talking about 1999. And that person lost the full 16 lakhs. He was literally on the streets. Old man, 2 children to take care, his wife was sick, and he lost all the money. Right? Whenever he used to go to a customer, he used to say, I lost all my money. I don't have anything to support my family. See my situation. You will be in the same state sometime later. People used to buy his insurance policies. I used to go and tell them, yaar, lena hai to le, nahi to mat le. I have another business to do. Got the difference? The difference is passion. The reason is the hunger in the stomach, that feeling. What is yours? What have you got in you? To choose your profession, to choose your career. Find out that one thing which will motivate you. There are certain interesting things which I would like to put across. When you think about your career, right, many of you today, 11th standard, 12th, how many 11th standard students here? Okay, that's great. How many of you 12th standard? Almost on the verge of, yeah. So, sir, Abhi, all of you science students, right? All of you science students, anybody commerce or arts here? Okay, all of science students, very nice. Anybody arts, commerce? Please raise your hands. Commerce students, anybody, please raise your hands. Okay, fantastic. What about arts students, anybody? Okay, no arts here. Okay, fine. Shalom, whatever. So, either way, choosing your, yeah, I have no problems in your talking to each other, it's okay, right? As long as you can tell me when you will finish it so that I can continue. So whoever wants to talk, raise your hands. Continue talking, and when you finish it, I will continue. Done? Okay, that's an agreement between us. Alright? Okay. Right. So, the point here is, what is that one dream which you want to fulfill, which you want to show your parents that yes, this is what I want to achieve in life. I'll show you a few examples before I speak about the rest of the aspect. What are we going to discuss here? The top in demand professions, the techniques to choose your career path, and reasons for choosing a wrong career. Right? So, anybody knows this person by any chance? Chances are less that you would know him. If anybody from South India possibly would be knowing this person. Anybody? Any idea? One thing is for sure, he's a chef. Right? Right. His name is Suresh Pillai. Right? He's a South Indian. And this man is an executive chef in a top 5-star Michelin restaurant in UK. Right? His earning on an average would be around, if you say it in Indian rupees, about 4 to 5 lakh rupees a month, easily. Right? Right now, he's in India, he left UK and came back. Do you know what is his educational qualification? 10th pass. Just 10th pass. He doesn't have any other qualification. This person was from an extremely poor background. After passing his 10th standard, he did not know where to go. His family could not support him. his father expired, and ultimately he joined a restaurant as a waiter. He joined a restaurant, a local one, like normal restaurant on the roadside. He joined there as a waiter, right? And this is very important point. His restaurant, his hotel where he was working, was a distance away from his house where he was staying. And on the way, there was this famous five-star hotel, right? So when he was passing by that hotel, every time he used to imagine, यार किसी दिन ये होटल के अंदर घुसना है, वहाँ पे झाड़ू मारने का मौका मिला तो कुछ चलेगा, but I want to go into this hotel one day, right? And he used to go back and work in his restaurant. Slowly from his restaurant as a waiter, he shifted into the kitchen where he was helping in cutting vegetables, cutting onion, garlic, etc. When he was doing this job, he realized, yeah, this is something which I like to do. This is something which I am passionate about. Instead of being a waiter, this is something which I like to do. Then he started doing a lot of work on that. A few foreigners reached his restaurant where he was supposed to cook something for them. When he asked them, what do you want? They said that we would like to have something which is less spicy, but it should be Indian. Sitting there, he modified the Kerala dishes in the way that these people could eat. Then he realized, yeah, kuch to hai. I can do something myself. Ye mera passion. He started working on it. He went to Taj one day for an interview. Can you imagine? Taj, they recruit IHM graduates, the top people like Sanjeev Kapoor and things like that. Right, Ranveer Brar, such kind of people. This guy is standing in that queue for interview. Right, they threw him out. He said, but please give me an opportunity for a food trial. They said, we don't care for people like you. You don't have the qualification. Threw him out. Ultimately, one person from that restaurant went to his hotel where he was working and found out what kind of food he makes. He was picked up from there, taken to Taj. And Taj, he was actually working as a janitor, that is cleaning the floor. From there, he went into the kitchen, started observing how people were working. Ultimately, he became a chef there. Then he became an executive chef there. He was invited to UK by one of the firms over there. He worked in Leela in the UK, right? 5-star hotels. Today, this man, he gets whatever he wants. Still, his certificate says 10 standard. How does it matter? How does it matter? Right? On Wikipedia, his qualification not even mentioned. Nobody bothers. Why did he reach there? But like him, there will be hundreds of people who are working as waiters. Along with him, they are still waiters. There are still cooks. But he is a chef. He was there in MasterChef UK. Right? Interesting things. Passionate people. Do you know this girl, anybody? Suhani Shah. Do you know her qualification? Yeah? Her qualification is that person's qualification minus the 0. First standard. She left school in first standard. Can you believe this? That today, more of you know her than the person before. Got the difference? Right? Therefore, you have great opportunities in life. Suhani Shah, who is a world-renowned magician, mentalist, hypnotherapist, right? She is just first standard, full stop. What brought her to this level? Her passion, her first stage show was at the age of 7. Why I'm showing you all these things is because to tell you, believe in yourself, you have the strength in you, you can achieve it. Provided you start now, start today. Make your mission very, very clear. How to do that? We are going to explain. Now I want you to see this boy. I don't know if any one of you know him by any chance. No ways. he was rather my student. This person, his name is Ronak Khede. After the class is over, after this session is over, please go on to the web and check for the website ronakkhede.com. Right? This boy, he is in Loughborough University in UK, doing his masters in robotics. Right? I was teaching him when he was in his 9th standard. Rather, I taught him 11th and 12th at that time when I joined the only school in Miramar,
Sharda Mandir.
ICSE school,
Sharda
Sharda Mandir. When I was teaching there, when I joined that school as a guest lecturer, he was at time in 9th standard. And he was my student in 11th and 12th. So in 9th standard, this boy used to come and ask me doubts about avionics, about aircraft, how it flies, and what are the different aspects, different types of engines, etc. And I was not very, enthusiastic about it, but this chap kept on persisting on it. Every day he used to come with something new. Then in 10th standard, he came to me asking about torpedoes and submarines. I asked him, why are you so interested in this at this time? He said, no sir, I'm making a small project on underwater devices which can move like aircraft in the air. And he was trying to mix aircraft and submarine technology together. And he actually did it. He put it for a science exhibition, and all his exhibits are there on his website. In 9th standard, he started a blog site. Okay. He started a small website which he designed himself. He created himself. He did not take anybody's help. He created his own website. And from 9th standard, he started posting all the things onto that website. Whatever he did, plus whatever he was interested in. And I thought, okay, fine, it is out of normal interest that he was doing it. In 12th, he was in the JEE class along with other students. And he was like top among the other students which were present there, but not very keen on IIT JEE. But he wanted to appear that exam. And I asked him, what is your plan? So he said me, in 9th standard, he had already decided that he wanted to go to UK for his further studies in robotics and control systems. He said, I want to go there without my father's help. I want a total full-paid scholarship to reach there. Right? From 9th standard. And in 12th standard, he was fully prepared with everything. When their interview call came, he said, more than what I can say you please visit my website. That's it. And his website said everything. His resume was full of all those details, all the awards which he won. This is that boy, Ronak Khede, right here from Goa, one among you. Right? So is it possible? Start preparing now for your career which is going to be there 10, 15 years from now. Start planning. Can you do it? Each one of you can do it. I gave you an example of that. Right? The only thing is, you need to start asking yourself, what am I good at? Whatever you do it with complete passion. Like sir was saying before some time, I beg to disagree with this. Sir said that don't have relationships. Most of you have. सच बताओ, झूठ मत बोलना. आप टीचर्स के सामने तो बोल नहीं सकते, लेकिन फिर भी many times students ask me, sir, parents are shouting at us, teachers are shouting at you, are having boyfriend, girlfriend, this thing, that thing, ये सब मतलब क्या करें? I say only one thing, go ahead, but select the right girlfriend and select the right boyfriend. Now how to do that? Take this thing, right? How would you say, हाँ sir, सब उठ के खड़े हो गए सर, energetic now, all of them are, gravity is not pulling them down, straight हो गए सर. अब सर बताओ क्या है? तो how do I do that? बताओ. Okay. So if you want to select your boyfriend or girlfriend, what do you do? Invite her for a cup of coffee or invite him for a cup of coffee and ask a simple question. You know what to ask? I'll tell you. You ask, यार एक बात बताओ, सर आइजैक न्यूटन से पहले भी एप्पल गिरता था, करेक्ट? कोकोनट भी गिरा, जैकफ्रूट भी गिरा। तो आइजैक न्यूटन ने ऐसा क्या ढूंढ लिया है लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटी? थोड़ा समझाओ। 5 मिनट के बाद वो बंदा वहां पर बैठा हुआ मिलेगा, अंडरस्टैंड दैट ही इज द राइट पर्सन, अदरवाइज गिव हिम किक ऑन हिज बैक एंड थ्रो हिम आउट। गॉट माय पॉइंट? सिंपल सी बात है। इफ अ पर्सन कैनॉट हेल्प यू इन योर स्टडीज, कैनॉट हेल्प यू इन योर फ्यूचर प्रोग्रेस, throw them out of your life, because they are not going to be a part of your companion in your future. People, those who are going on the motorbikes at full speed, keeping somebody at the back, meeting with an accident, falling under the wheels of trucks, rubbish, nonsense. People, those who send you good night messages, take care. You what take care at the night 12 o'clock? You are in your parents' house. What take care? What should you take care? Parents will take care. Fan नीचे गिरने वाला है क्या? What take care? Right? Good night. Without your good night, you will not be able to sleep. Rubbish. Forget about all that. उतने टाइम में 4 ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस भेजो, उसका आंसर मिलता है तो फाइंड इट आउट. That is a person who can help you in your career. You rarely will find somebody like that, because such people don't have time. They are busy doing their studies. Right? So therefore, please try and make whatever you do it with full passion. Do it with full passion. Right? What is the top in-demand professions which you can think about? And let me tell you, you don't need to be an IIT graduate for all this. Right? One is artificial intelligence and machine learning. How many of you have an idea about what is artificial intelligence? Anybody has got any idea? At least a brief idea. Heard about it? What is artificial intelligence? Anybody? Okay. How many of you place an order for something online? Online order किया Amazon से किसी ने कुछ order किया? Almost everybody must have. Good. Yeah. Right. When you place an order, on Amazon, let's say you search for a shoe, right, or maybe a mobile or whatever, you will find that repeatedly the same advertisements are coming to you again and again. You go on to Google, immediately you will get these advertisements coming up, right? Fine. So this works out by artificial intelligence. People, those who work at the background, they have a degree, a graduation, an interest in the field of artificial intelligence. This is going to be the future. Artificial intelligence is going to be the future. Has anybody seen that robot who is given citizenship in Qatar? Right? That robot is actually working on artificial intelligence. She is being taken around the world to talk to people, so that when people talk to her, she gathers information, and ultimately, using artificial intelligence, she will start giving replies. Second, artificial organ creators. Artificial organ creators. The group of students at that place there, I have a small request to all of you. In case if you are not interested, it's okay if you leave. I'm perfectly okay with that. All right? Maybe you have already decided what career you want. Your future is already decided, so possibly you can leave if you are not okay with it, and maybe your teacher will give you the permission for that. Right? Right. So artificial organ creators. Can I get the boy there? The person who is lying there. Can you get up, please? Yeah, come. Up. Just get up. Come on, get up. Yeah, get up, I said. Get up. Come on.
उसको इधर बैठा.
Smart guy here. एक तो शर्मा के बैठे हो. I thought you were one of the smartest in this class. Come.
वो यहाँ का कोई. Yes, त्रुटि. ओले.
Right. Okay. Okay. All right. So the point here is that you could also choose a career in artificial organs. Now these artificial organ creators in the future is going to be one of the top professions. How can you be into this field? By doing your either engineering or even the field of medical, right? Blockchain developers. For being a blockchain developer, you don't need too much of computer knowledge and things like that. I don't know if anybody has heard about Bitcoin. Yep, that is cryptocurrency. Anybody has purchased cryptocurrency? Nobody? अरे नहीं यार खरीदो, right? 100 रुपये डालो पर लेस खाते रहते हो यार. जब देखो सारे के सारे वहाँ पे खड़े रहते दुकान के सामने. I am telling you, you just ask yourself a simple question here. एक दिन में कम से कम एक पैकेट तो लेस खाते होंगे, right? Honestly, नहीं तो एक डब्बा फ्रूटी का तो पीते होंगे. So 15 rupees of one, 10 rupees of the other, 25 rupees. 25 rupees per day. चलो 10 rupees पकड़ लो यार per day. 300 rupees in a month. हाँ भाई, 300 rupees in a month, right? Into 12 months. How much? 300 into 12. 3,600. Right? 3,600 rupees in a year you are spending on lace. You are spending on fruity. Right? Save all that money. Put it into some investment. Stocks में डालो, शेयर मार्केट में डालो. Right? सर, शेयर मार्केट में कैसे जाएंगे सर? Start on SIP. अब पूछोगे कि SIP क्या है? I'm not going to tell you. But this is a fantastic method for making money. वो पैसा वहाँ पे बनते रहने दो. Right? Start at this age. Start learning about this. What is SIP? How you can start an SIP? Google Pay, everybody is having in your mobile. You are having Paytm. Use that. Start investing. Whatever money you are taking away from your parents as pocket money, start saving. Normally, your idea is take the money, spend it the way it has to go. जब खाली हो जाएगा पॉकेट तो बाजू वाला से ले लो, अगले महीने पापा का पॉकेट मनी मिलेगा वापस करो. Don't do that. Tell yourself if you are getting in a month 100 rupees as pocket money, I'm sure everybody must be getting something. If not, you might be demanding. Okay, so if you are getting 100 rupees pocket money every month, you tell yourself, I will save 80 rupees first, 20 rupees I will spend. 80 rupees start investing now, every month. Can you believe 500 rupees? And use simple formula, 500 rupees every month for 10 years will give you almost 75 lakh rupees. 75 lakh rupees. We are talking about 10 years. And this is not something very big. I am talking about 10% interest, compounding interest. What is compound interest? How it happens? What is SIP? I am just lighting that fire. You need to do something about it. Those of you who are interested, think about it. You can earn money without doing anything. Start working on it. You might be in loss, you might be in profit, fine, okay. But someday you will start getting money out of it. So this is a secondary income. This is a secondary income. Think about it. Now 5 years from now, the moment you finish your studies, later future studies, you don't have to depend on your parents for anything. You already have the money which you need. Blockchain developers, how would you do? Sir, how to do this course? How will I know whether I like it or not? Go to Udemy, do a short-term course of 200 rupees. It costs 200 rupees. Do a course, try to do something about it. You are not understanding, you know this is not my profession. Look for something else. Biotechnology. Biotechnology is something which is coming up for students, those who are in the field of, those who have taken bio as a subject. For them, this is going to be fantastic. BSc Biotechnology, MSc Biotechnology, go abroad and do your masters. Cloud computing. Now, a cloud computing क्या है? I don't know if anybody has seen. There was a fantastic video of one parliamentarian. So, उनको he's from the opposition party. So he was telling that long time ago, around 10-12 years back. तो उनको बोला गया कि cloud computers are going to be used by the government to store all data. Aadhaar data will be on the cloud computer. And he started addressing the public. I think he was possibly addressing one of the gathering like this. बोला ये लोग सब क्लाउड पे डाल देंगे, क्लाउड बारिश करेगा, पूरा डाटा ऊपर से गिर जाएगा, पानी में आएगा, पानी को पोल्यूट करेगा, पूरा डाटा मिसिंग हो जाएगा, वगैरह वगैरह. Anybody, any idea what is cloud computing? Anybody computer science students here? Please raise your hand. That's it. Great. 1, 2, 3, 4. All complete the front only. See that? Very interesting. Career guidance में सबसे पहले इंटरेस्ट मिलता रहता है. Good. Computer science. क्या आप बताइए? Cloud computing का सुना? सुना है? क्या है? Any idea? How many of you have an idea about what is cloud computing? क्या चीज है ये? Okay, fine. Have you ever thought about one thing कि जब आप ऐप डाउनलोड करते हो आपके मोबाइल के ऊपर, अभी व्हाट्सएप है, आपने डाउनलोड किया व्हाट्सएप, यू आर सेंडिंग एंड रिसीविंग मैसेजेस. कितने सालों से आपको मैसेजेस आ रहे हैं, कहाँ है वो सब? इज इट ऑन योर मोबाइल? इट इज नॉट ऑन योर मोबाइल, इट इज ऑन द क्लाउड. Are you getting this? Only the app part of it is there on your mobile. Rest everything is stored on some server somewhere, and that also not on one server. It is on number of servers. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि आपका दुकान चल रहा है, मेनू कार्ड आप बांट रहे हो. मेनू कार्ड मतलब खाना नहीं, right? What Swiggy is doing? Swiggy doesn't have a hotel, but Swiggy is supplying you khana. Correct? What is Swiggy doing? He is picking up from different restaurants and giving it to you, but you are getting your food. Same thing. Your app is picking up data from different computers from the cloud and presenting it to you on your app. That's it. Cloud computing. Now imagine the technology behind it. Who is going to run that? That is going to be run by computer engineers who studied cloud computing. Go and do a small course of 300 rupees on Udemy on cloud computing for 1 week. You will know whether ये मुझे interest कर रहा है कि नहीं. Then you choose that as a profession after 12th standard. Creative professionals. This is very, very important. 5 years, if you don't want your condition to be like that of my relative, जो भी केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग करने के बाद मैं रास्ते में भटक रहा था. If you don't want to be like that, think about this. In the future, 10 years from now, and listen to this carefully, 10 years from now, any job which is repetitive will be lost. Listen to this carefully once again. Any job which is repetitive will be lost. कहने का मतलब ये है कि if there is a profession in which something has to be done repetitively, for example, income tax return file करना है, chartered accountants, right? Income tax returns file करना है. It has started becoming automated. Now the requirement of chartered accountants are going to come down drastically. The demand is reducing drastically, which means if you jump into that career now, 10 years from now, when you have a wife and 2 children, you will be unhappy because you will not get clients. Everything will be done by computers. Right? Second, imagine about this: truck drivers, cab drivers. Things are being automated now. Right? Driverless cars are becoming more and more relevant in today's world. If that is the case, slowly drivers will become outdated. Then you would have some company which is going to do the programming for that. Try to join that company. So then what is going to be working? Now see, doctors. A doctor sitting in, now people, you must have heard about 5G technology, correct? What is so great about 5G यार? लोग इतना क्यों enthusiastic हो रहे 5G के बारे में? हमको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला क्योंकि बोरी में तो GB नहीं मिलता. Forget about 1G, 2G, 3G. 5G तो दूर की बात है. Right? But then the world is getting excited. India is getting excited about 5G technology. What all can 5G do? if you start thinking about it now, choose a career which is depending on 5G. In 5 years from now, you will be one of the top professionals. 5G. 5G के ऊपर क्या किया जा सकता है? I'll tell you one small instance which can happen. There's an operation being conducted in Goa Medical College. एक heart operation conduct कर रहा है. This is being conducted by somebody sitting in Japan. It is right now happening already. It is already happening. American doctors are conducting surgeries somewhere far away in Africa using robot arms, using robotics. But the problem today is internet failure. Just imagine this. अगर हम बोरी में ऑपरेशन करते और वास्को में डॉक्टर बैठा हुआ है, जी वेव का कनेक्टिविटी क्या हो गया सर? पेड़ गिर गया सर, आई एम सॉरी, पेशेंट मर गया, पेशेंट इज गॉन. Yes or no? So if 5G technology is there, this possibility will be reduced to nil. Are you getting this, all of you? So therefore, people those who are in robotics, people those who are going to be working in mechatronics, people those who are going to be in computer sciences, they are going to excel in this field. Right? So 5G is something really great, something which is fantastic. Think what all can happen in the field of 5G. Using 5G, not actually transmitting data on that, but using 5G, what all can be done. सोचो इसके बारे में. This, why I put this slide across here is those professions which are going to be creative, right? They are going to sustain. I'll tell you one creative profession. Being a chef. Being a chef. That is creative profession. Actually, I wanted to bring it here. I forgot actually, I was in a hurry. I'm not a chemical engineer by profession, but cooking is my passion. I love cooking, right? If you ever visit me on Instagram, Anil_Gangadharan on Instagram, you will find only my recipes and the food photography which I have done, right? The recipes which I have created. Anybody else interested in coming in the front? Okay, right. So why I'm saying you this is because, have you heard about this biryani by kilo? Biryani by kilo. There is one organization which prepares biryani. It is there in Panjim. All right. This biryani by kilo, उनका एक वीडियो है YouTube के ऊपर. उनका पूरा फैक्ट्री बिरयानी कैसे बनाते हैं वो उनका स्पेशल है बिरयानी. वो पॉट के अंदर राइस डाल करके सब उसके अंदर डाल करके उसको सील करने के बाद अवन में रखते हैं और फिर उसके अंदर बिरयानी पकता है और वैसे के वैसे उठा के वो कस्टमर को देते हैं. राइट. सो दे शोड दैट एंटायर प्रोसेस एंड आई वाज वेरी क्यूरियस अबाउट इट कि यार ये बिरयानी बनते कैसे हैं. आई फाउंड दैट एवरीथिंग वाज फाइन. लास्ट में जाकर के वो ढक्कन बंद करने से पहले वो एक स्प्रे मारते थे. उसके साथ में जो वो बात कर रहा था वो बोल रहा है कि इट इज मॉइस्चर वाटर. बट आई फाउंड दैट थ्रू आउट द प्रोसेस देयर वाज इनफ मॉइस्चर इन दैट राइस एंड एवरीवेयर. कुछ तो गड़बड़ है इसमें. Then I started finding out, I started talking to people. They said possibly they are using a spray of flavor, biryani flavor. तब से मेरे दिमाग में घूम रहा यार ये स्प्रे बनाने का है. Because I love cooking. Biryani is my passion rather. Right? Anybody wants can come home. By the way. All right. So I wanted to do this. What I did was I contacted some people who are into this field of solvent extraction. Right? I'm a flight engineer by profession. I have nothing to do with that. But then this was something which I wanted to do. What I did was, I pulled out all those different spices, right? Extracted the flavors from that and took drop by drop of that flavors of elaichi and cardamom and clove and everything, put it into a bottle and created one liquid which is now biryani flavor. That is my own flavor. You will not get it anywhere in the market. So what I do is I prepare rice with all the vegetables, no spices in it, and spray this on top. खाने वाला बोलता है यार क्या बिरयानी बनाया है, एक भी स्पाइस नहीं उसमें. Got it? Now imagine I will just change little bit extra clove, little bit extra cardamom, उसका एक नया फ्लेवर बना करके आपको दे दूंगा. आप अपने होटल में चलाओ, which will be different from mine. Are you getting this, all of you? This can become a great profession. You can start a unit only for making flavors for others. This exists in Kerala. Creative professionals. Creative professionals. सोचो यार, out of the box सोचो. What can I do different? तुम्हारे जितने भी लेस के फ्लेवर्स हैं उसी कंपनी से आता है. केरला में है एक कंपनी प्लांट लिपिड्स करके. It comes only from there. Right? Creative professions. Are you good at video editing, photography? संदीप माहेश्वरी का नाम सुना किसी ने? How many of you heard about संदीप माहेश्वरी? Please raise your hand. उसका ओरिजिनल प्रोफेशन क्या था मालूम? What did he do? वो महान हस्ती थे. He used to take photographs. Okay, फोटोग्राफी उसका प्रोफेशन था. लेकिन वो जाके लोगों को दिखाता था, कोई पूछता नहीं था. हाँ ठीक है, तू भी फोटो खींचा, मैं भी खींचता हूँ. What is so great about it? Then he created a website where he put all these photographs, and he told, I will sell these photographs. Nobody came to his website. वो फोटोग्राफ बिकते भी नहीं थे. Then what he did, यार उसका दिमाग में आया, people are not going to value it. इस तरीके से लोग काम नहीं करने वाले. What he did was, he called 500 models, 500 models, 500 models. One day, 24 hours, non-stop, from morning till next day morning, non-stop for 24 hours, he clicked photographs of those 500 models. For what? Guinness Book of World Records. दूसरे दिन न्यूज रिपोर्टर्स भाग भाग के उसके घर गए और उससे पूछा, आर यू गोइंग टू डू अनदर? ही सेड अनदर वन, एंड ही क्रिएटेड गिनेस बुक ऑफ वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड में उसका नाम डाला. दैट वाज नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट, वो गिनेस बुक कोई पढ़ता भी नहीं, बट आ गया करके न्यूज़पेपर में आया. सारे लोकल और नेशनल न्यूज़पेपर्स में आ गए, बंदा फेमस हो गया, लोग उसकी वेबसाइट पे जाने लग गए. लाइफ इंश्योरेंस कॉर्पोरेशन का एक बोर्ड है, बड़ा वाला बोर्ड, उसमें एक पूरा फैमिली का पिक्चर दिखता है. वो फोटो उसने खींचा हुआ. तो वो क्या करता था, ही यूज्ड टू टेल दिस फैमिली कि तुम खड़े रहो, मैं तुम्हारा फोटो खींचता हूँ, आई विल पुट इट ऑन द वेबसाइट, अगर कोई खरीदा उसका 10% तुमको मिलेगा. तो फैमिली को क्या घाटा है, सब बैठे शान से बोल सकते नहीं, ये मेरा फोटो है. कोई बोलेगा नहीं, आपका फैमिली का फोटो है वो पोस्टर के ऊपर, ना मॉडल है, हम लोग आजकल मॉडल है, पूरा फैमिली मॉडल है. हु इज मेकिंग द मनी? संदीप माहेश्वरी. आर दे गेटिंग अ cut out of it? Yes, they are getting a cut out of it. But Sandeep Maheshwari is making money out of it. So many of you are taking photographs. Delete कर देते हो, memory भर गया, delete कर देते हो. Start your own website and put it. Right? Someday somebody will buy it. If not, you have something to prove. Creative, content creators, architects. These are all creative professionals, which machines cannot do in the future. Next one, cyber security expert. Every now and then hacking, right? Do a course on ethical hacking. You have a tremendous opportunity in defense services, space research organization. You don't need any high qualification for that, right? What you need is the ability to hack somebody else's computer and to find out how to come out of that hack. Can you do it? Yes, you can do it. You need computer knowledge? No. You will always learn in 6 months, 8 months time. But becoming an expert, you will take time. Digital marketing, right? Instagram के ऊपर, right? Marketing करना. Facebook के ऊपर, marketing करना, right? So if you slowly work into analytics, data sciences, you will be able to become a good digital marketing expert. Scientist, that is data scientist and analyst. This is one of the most interesting professions. Arts, commerce, science, no barrier. No barrier. Data scientist करता क्या है? What does he do? Right? अभी आप लोग सब बैठे हो, right? All of you sitting here is a source of data. You are emitting data. Many of you are still working on mobile. Right now, some people are already on the mobile. You are transmitting something, receiving something. तुम किसी को मैसेज भेज रहे हो, गूगल के ऊपर कुछ ढूंढ रहे हो. Something is, you are generating data. Somebody sitting at the back is collecting all that information. Imagine this situation. I don't know if anybody is aware about this. Something called as Amazon Go. इसके बारे में सुना? Amazon Go. They have started some shops wherein you simply enter into the shop and you get the products which you want. You go and take it to the counter. Billing is done automatically. You don't have any salesman. Imagine this, that you search for a shoes here 1 year later you are going to a shop in Pune. वहाँ पर एक कोड दिखाई दे रहा है, वहाँ पे आपका फोटो है और फोटो के नीचे आपको बताया जा रहा है आपको जो शूज चाहिए यहाँ पे रखा हो. How did he know who you are here? Because when you entered into that room, there was a camera which detected your iris detection. Using that, they know who you are. आपका पूरा बायोडाटा उनके पास है. Within no time, they will present to you what you want. Got it? Data scientist, data analyst, do that job. Background पे ये लोग काम कर रहे हैं. Next, developers, app developers, user experience and user interface developers, content developers, related to computers, but you don't have to be a computer expert in this. Anyone can do these courses. Drone pilots. If, I don't know, many of you must have seen a drone. In India, last year, they brought a law saying that anybody who owns a drone or is flying a drone beyond a certain size should take a license. You cannot fly drones in Vasco without having a license. Now in Mopa also, without a license, you cannot fly a drone. How do you get a license? Director General Civil Aviation gives a license. Who is going to train you? Big question. Nobody knows who is going to train. There are only 3 institutes in India which is training drone pilots. Why don't you get yourself trained and start one in Goa here? Who is going to ask you whether you went to IIT or not? Start something for Goans over here. Start a drone pilot training center here in Goa. A fantastic opportunity to make. It is something like driving schools है, वैसे drone pilots की school start करो. Maintenance of drones, supply of drones, resale of drones, teaching how to use drones. Drones are going to be the future. Satyavan के दुकान से you can lift items and give it in their houses. Here only, local. You want to have one fruity, drone भेज दो, अंकल को बोलो अंकल एक उसमें डाल देना, भेज दो, पैसा दे देता हूँ मैं. इधर स्कूल में ग्राउंड पे लैंड करेगा ड्रोन विद फ्रूटी. मजा आ गया. किसका ड्रोन है भाई? हाँ 12th स्टैंडर्ड, माय ड्रोन. राइट? यू वांट बुक्स अर्जेंटली, बुक खत्म हो गया क्लास में, खिड़की के बाहर ड्रोन डायरेक्ट लेके आ जाओ. लेके आया बाप खिड़की दे देगा. कॉपी करने के लिए चिट बुक मांगना. ओके. एल्डरली केयर. Nursing is going to be a great profession. Those of you who believe नीट क्लियर नहीं करेंगे, MBBS नहीं बनेगा, क्या करेंगे? Right? नीट क्लियर कर लो, you appear the NEET entrance exam. You may not be in MBBS. You can do BDS. You can do BAMS. You can do BHMS. You can do BSc anesthesiology. You can do BSc physiotherapy. You can do BSc optometry. You can do BSc nursing. Nurses. Now I tell you one thing very interesting. This year, UK has removed all restrictions from nurses. Now, boys would ask, sir, nurses, मतलब हमारा उससे क्या? No, there are male nurses also, and they are in great demand because वो available नहीं है market में. Right? They are scarce, male nurses. Right? Elderly care, end of life management. End of life management, India में, it is an unheard of thing. Now imagine growing old, you don't have your children along with you. What do? There is somebody to take care of them, right? Elderly care. Sir, but I am not interested in caring for elders and मामा की संभालता नहीं हूँ मैं, बाकी लोगों को क्या संभालूंगा? Don't worry, संभालने वाले लोग और भी हैं. उनको इकट्ठा करो, अपना बिजनेस स्टार्ट करो. Got it? Interesting thing. I'll tell you one very interesting story which I heard recently during the COVID time, which I never knew. In Ponda, there is one nurse who retired from GMC. Very old lady. What she did is she collected nurses who couldn't get a job. She started one company of supplying nurses for home care. Interesting thing, right? E-sports. Many of you are interested in gaming. Sir, game, sir. सर गेम करना है सर, कंप्यूटर पे लैपटॉप पे आप कहीं बोला हम गेम करेंगे। हाउ अबाउट डेवलपिंग अ गेम? हाउ अबाउट क्रिएटिंग गेम्स? इफ यू आर प्लेइंग सो मच on games, somebody is making money out of that. So think about it. Food industry, creative chefs, cloud kitchen, nutritionists. These are going to be the future professions. IT in medicine, right? Information technology being used. Gene designers for babies and pets. Future. अभी सोचना थोड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है कि I go to the a person and tell him मुझे एक पेट चाहिए, कुत्ता चाहिए जिसके ऐसे ऐसे बाल होनी चाहिए, उसकी ऐसी पूंछ होनी चाहिए, ऑल दैट, उसकी आंखें ऐसी होनी चाहिए, वो पूरा लिस्ट दे दिया और वो एक वैसा पेट बना करके कुत्ता बना के दे दिया. It might look very awkward, but already that work is on. People are already working on this field. You will get designer pets and few years later maybe designer babies also. मेरा बच्चा ना बड़ा लाडला होना चाहिए, उसका आंखें जो है वो नीले नीले होनी चाहिए, वो बुद्धिमान होना चाहिए, वो तो खैर अलग बात है, but he should be having so much of height, he should be strong. Doctor will create one baby और वो पैदा हो गया. Imagine this, correct? But then you have already been designed ऊपर वाले से, correctly, right? Right. Psychologist and therapist. Psychologist, इनकी बहुत डिमांड होने वाली है, because today's day 99% people are facing depression, some kind of problems. Let's talk English, right? So some kind of problems at school. सर मेरे को टीचर सोने जीने नहीं देते सर, स्कूल में पिटाई जाती है, घर में लाओ पेरेंट्स वहाँ पे पिटाई करते हैं, चारों तरफ से पिट गया, अब वो पिटने वाला है.